Did you know you can plug in appliances to electric vehicles? Well, only if they have the V2L feature. And so I am cooking a snag today. I am only cooking one sausage because it's a little bit of cleanup afterwards. This feature's not only incredible for just camping trips, but if the power goes out. In fact, with Cyclone Alfred, the power went out for 3 days and I used it to power my fridge, my coffee machine, and a bunch of other appliances, including charging my phone. Turns out a bunch of different Aussies also used their electric vehicles as a backup power source during Cyclone Alfred. And so myself and a bunch of other people have come up with the assumption that you only really need about 10% battery from the car per day when the power goes out to run your essentials. And that means you could probably power the important things like a fridge and a couple of other items for at least 5 days. Of course, you're going to need to calculate when you're going to run out of charge because you might want to move your car or drive it. And that means leaving a little bit of battery left in the car. And not only that, you kind of want to have your car fully charged before a natural disaster or a power outage. You can't always predict that. But if you keep your car relatively topped up, or if you have some warning about the disaster, which I did, it's been fantastic. Other pros is that it's silent and scent free. So no petrol smell in the air. So how do you use V2L? Well, make sure your car is fairly charged up and never use it when your battery percentage is as low as 15%. And check your manual to see whether it's okay to use V2L while your car is turned on, but generally I use V2L when my car's turned off. Now with BYD electric vehicles, you'll get this V2L cable or some variant of it. With other EVs that support V2L, you might actually get a different looking cable or adapter. Now all you really need to do is plug in your V2L cable, but with an MG, for example, you'll need to actually get inside your car, go to the touchscreen, hopefully your V2L settings will pop up, and then you need to press start and it will say discharging. Then once you're done using your V2L feature, you'll actually need to get back into the car and press stop on the screen. Continuing on, plug in your appliances and press the on-off button on the BYD V2L adapter to activate it. On the BYD, it will go red when it's in use. Kind of hard to see. And internally, the car will say it's discharging. You do need to press that on and off to ensure things are working as you plan. And also on Hyundai EVs V2L adapters, there's a similar on and off button. So just make sure you're aware of that. And now you're cooking with charge. Yeah. How good is that? And just remember to press the off button once you've finished. Once you finish powering items via V2L, if you can't just pull out the V2L adapter or the cable, then you may need to press unlock on your car keys remote. If it's still stuck inside the car, or you're having difficulty removing it, often a double press on the unlock button on your car keys remote will save you. Usually that should release the cable or adapter from your car's charging port. And if you want more videos like this, make sure to subscribe. You can also leave me suggestions and feedback in the comments and hit thumbs up if you like this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.